Hi and welcome back. It has become a lot more warm, a lot more humid. We are now in the hundreds, but there are people who have it worse than us. I pray for the people in Arizona and New Mexico that are having the 120 degree weather. Please stay hydrated no matter where you're at, except for the south, which is getting all the rain all at once, just like we did a few months ago. So in the spirit of everything being nice and hot and unbearable, we're going to go ahead and do something quick. It'll take about 15 minutes if you do it right, and it won't heat up your house as much. It's cottage pie, or shepherd's pie, depending on how you're going to see it. The shepherd's pie is mainly for used with lamb, okay? You would use ground lamb or mutton to be able to make the shepherd's pie. Typically, cottage pie is made with beef. You can use other meats, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you have on hand. I've got 2 pounds of hamburger, so let's go ahead and use it. Now you season the beef, you season the potatoes, and then you put it all together with a lot of cheese and you stick it in the oven for about 30 minutes until it's all nice and melted. So let's get started. Now for this dish, we are going to use this casserole. I got some onions over here to brown up with the beef. We are going to make 6 servings of the mashed potatoes. That's a whole small 9-ounce box of mashed potatoes. Now you can go ahead and make your gravy, but I am going to cheat and use packaged gravy because this is quick and simple and easy. Typically in the winter time, I would take a bag, about 3-pound bag of the potatoes, boil them off, and then mash them. It's better that way. Honestly, I prefer the regular mashed potatoes than the instant potatoes, but we're going to work with what we have, because in this way is going to heat up the house a lot faster. So you're going to go ahead and follow the package instructions for the mashed potatoes. This is going to be 2 cups of water. We're going to bring this to a boil. Along with 3/4 cups of milk. I'm using coconut, but you can use any type of milk that you wish. About 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Less if you're on a low sodium diet, or none at all. And about 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to let that melt. While we are waiting for the mashed potatoes, we're going to go ahead and work on the meat mixture. I've got 2 of these. I'm going to use both of these. I was taught to put salt on the bottom of the pan. It helps bring the fat out faster. We're also going to add the onions with this so that the fat from the hamburger will help render the onions a little bit. While we're waiting for that, this is melted. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit of garlic and some herbs into the the potatoes to make it herbed. I like a little bit of oregano and some thyme. A little bit of garlic. About that much. And whenever it starts coming up to a boil like this, you want to take it off the heat completely. And we're going to add the instant mashed potatoes. This says we need 2 cups. Make sure everything is incorporated, set it aside, and let it soak up all the moisture. In the meantime, we are also going to add herbs to the meat. You can make this any way you want. You can make this Mexican style, you can make this, you know, Italian, whatever type of herbs that you wish. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin to this. About a teaspoon. About a teaspoon of rosemary. And some oregano. You notice I haven't drained the fat yet? That's because I want all this brown first before I do that. We are going to add the peas to this. You can add carrots, you can add mushrooms, you can add peppers, whatever your heart desires. I'm the only one that eats carrots, so I'm just going to add peas to this. And we have a family member who doesn't like mushrooms. We have a family member who doesn't like carrots. Everybody likes peppers, but I'm not in the mood to get those that all chopped up because it's hot. Let's go ahead and add the peas. You can add frozen peas to this if you have problems with frozen peas, either the texture or you know, the taste of the more green out of the frozen peas. You can always use canned peas. Those tend to be a little bit more cooked and mushable. I am going to add the entire bag, 12-ounce bag, into the pan, and we're going to let this cook down for a little bit. Then we're going to drain it. Get all the moisture out and the fat. And then we're going to put the gravy packets in here. It's just that simple. Now, after you've gone ahead and drained all the liquid out of here, we are going to follow the instructions for the brown gravy. For each packet, it'll be 1.5 cups of water. Okay, we're going to start with 1 packet. Bring that one up to a boil. And with a 1/2 cup of water, we're going to add this. Because it has cornstarch in it, you would want a cold slurry. That means that you don't add cornstarch to hot liquid, or else it'll clump up immediately. You add it to cold water. Mix it up. And whenever this comes up to a boil, we're going to dump this in. This should be enough. For this, I got 2 packets just in case. That's close enough. And we're going to stir, stir, stir until it thickens. Now that it's thickened, you can tell if you have enough gravy, and 1 packet did wonderful. There is enough on here. Almost too soupy, but it's just right. So let's go ahead and assemble and then put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now you can assemble this any way you wish. You can put a layer of potatoes down here, put meat, more potatoes, and then cheese. Me, personally, I am just lazy. So I will be putting the meat on the bottom. Potatoes on top. You can try to smooth this out as much as you can. I'm not perfect. But like I said, this is supposed to be done in 15 minutes. Now, you can use any cheese you want. I like using Colby Jack mixed with Parmesan. You can use just Parmesan, you can use cheddar. It's up to you, but I like the tanginess of the Parmesan on top, with the creaminess of the Colby Jack. There we go. That'll melt all nice into the pie. And if yours looks like mine, we are going to get a tray to put this on top of and put it in there in the oven, because I don't want it spilling over. This goes into the oven 350 until it's all nice and melted and bubbly, and we'll be back. Is full. I don't think I could get another drop of anything in that thing. We're gonna let that cool down completely and serve. But this is what it is. This is what it looks like. It's got the potatoes, the cheese, the bubbly bits, the gravy, everything. We're gonna let that cool down completely, and then we'll go ahead and serve it up. So you can use a salad with it, cucumbers, anything you want. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and lay down. My back is screaming at me. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.